Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. I pray all is well. So, the song Oceans has really been on my mind. And if you know the song Oceans by Hillsong, it's basically a whole song that is about Peter walking on water. Matthew, I want to say 14 is where that story begins. If not, I'll put it somewhere up here so you can read it for yourself. But God is calling us to more. God is calling his children to more. He's calling the called and he's calling his chosen as well. Because, many are called, but few are chosen, right? So we know that. What God is calling you into is going to require an increased amount of faith. Because the life that he wants for you is not what he wants for you. The life that he has for you is impossible without him. Luke 1:37, with God, nothing shall be impossible. Without God, pretty much there's a lot that's impossible, right? You're basically secluding yourself, or you're putting limits on where you can go in your life. You're putting a capacity on it, right? I've said this before. Peter was Simon Peter, and then God changed his name to Peter, or started calling him Peter. But Peter was a fisherman, and so if you watch Deadliest Catch or any of those things, to be a fisherman, especially back then, you need to know how to swim. So when Jesus was on the mountain and he went away to pray, and then the disciples left and went into the middle of the water, and then there was they saw Jesus coming, but they thought he was a ghost. But then Jesus said, don't be afraid. It is I, right? Peter, out of all the disciples, is the only one that said, Father, if that's you, then let me come to you. As long as Peter kept his eyes on Jesus, he was able to walk and not sink. But as soon as he took his eyes off of God and started looking at the waves and the winds and everything around him, that's when he started to sink. Here's the thing. Peter is used to the water. He's not afraid of water. But with God, he can even make the things that are so familiar seem unfamiliar. He's about to take things to another level. So even though it may seem familiar to you, with the new sight that God is giving you, with the new faith that you have, you're going to start seeing things in a different way. And you're not really going to be able to function in the same atmosphere the way you used to. You're going to be required to change. You're going to be required to operate in your newfound sight. You're going to have to operate using your spiritual senses, because now when God starts to give you those things, you're not going to be able to unsee things. You're not going to be able to unhear things. You're not going to be able to unthink things. You're not going to be able to untaste things. You're not going to be able to unfeel things. God is taking you to another level. And everybody hears another level and they automatically think I'm talking about money, finances, and all the things. And that can be a part of it, but I'm talking about another spiritual level, to where things are going to be so different for you that you're not even going to be able to operate the same way. Things that you used to think that you couldn't live with and be without, they're not even going to matter. Not even going to matter. You're about to be in your walk on water season. And seasons can last. They can last for a while. But I say all that to say, in the ocean's deep, where feet may fail, believe in God, and he will keep you afloat. You will continue to walk on water. Continue to walk on water. Continue to focus on God and where He has you, where He's taking you, because it is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. God shokoti bishi abasakoto. Rabasata korebeshi ababasi. Ready for your walk. Get ready for your walk on water season. Get ready to hear God and see God like you've never seen Him before, because He is going to start showing Himself in ways you have never seen before. We have never seen before. And I don't even just mean in our personal lives. I'm talking about just pay attention to our world, to everything. God is here and He is about to show Himself. My God, get ready. Bye.